Invincible.
Let's get right into it. So Steph Curry has gotten injured by landing awkwardly on Etwan Moore on Monday in the comeback win for the Warriors against the Pelicans. He's predicted to be out 2 weeks, so he'll be back Christmas. And recently, Steve Kerr thinks, he said in the media, he thinks this is good for the team. I am very inclined to agree, but let's talk about how Steph Curry's injury affects the Warriors, and in light of Kerr's comments, I think they're all right.
It's good for the team or it's bad for the team?
I think it's good for the team in the sense that he's kind of the unspoken leader, so to speak, of the team. So I think it's good to see when your leader goes out, what can you do? It's important to know.
So since we all agree that it's good for the team, a better question would be, are they still the best team in the NBA without Steph Curry?
I still think so too. Absolutely.
I think so because they've added so much talent that, like, even with him out of the picture, they still have so much to offer.
So much depth. You have Iguodala still, who looks like an amazing all-star right now.
And to be honest,
David West is hitting a shot.
Yeah. I think we can all agree, also that...
And they're rookies. It's like a Draymond baby.
Well, I was just going to bring up that I think a bigger miss to the team would be if Draymond's out. You know what I mean? I feel like Steph's a great player, but
he's the heart and guts of that team.
But Draymond is the heart of that. He's the heartbeat of that team, and I don't know. Like, Steph brings a lot of offense, yes, but so can Durant. I think if anything, this helps huge. Clay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Clay steps in.
We had 60 the other night. 60.
Here's my take on this. I think it's actually a blessing in disguise because if KD basically, once KD joined, Clay had to reduce his number of possessions. Yeah. KD wasn't the same scorer as he was in OKC. Now he can go back to being his regular self, right? So right now he's shooting, he's getting 24.6 points a game, right? When he was alone during his MVP season because Russ was injured, he was averaging 32 points a game. So now he'll have the freedom to take over the offense. Clay can go back to being one of the Splash Brothers, right? So instead of Curry being the other Splash Brother, it's just going to be KD. He won't have to share the ball with two other guys. He'll just have to share with KD. So now he can score more. So now you have two people who are going to play way better, and they'll be ready for the offseason at a much higher peak. And you get to develop Macau. You get to develop Jordan Bell even more. And on top of that, your defense becomes better.
Yeah.
Because now you're playing Livingston and Iguodala at the point guard position when Macau is not playing.
Yeah.
So they might even be better than if they had Curry on the floor.
But I almost feel like...
Well, I disagree with that because also Kerr said that the engineer of the team is Steph Curry. So he's our go-to guy. He's the one who runs the offense and all that. But instead of a blessing in disguise, I think it's just like the team is stacked. They could lose one all-star and they have the other guy who could step up, and it makes everyone work that much harder. Like, you don't need... They can lose two all-stars and they'll still be relevant in this league.
Fair.
That's how crazy the Warriors are.
If they lose Curry and Durant, they're no longer the best team.
No, but they'll still be a really good team.
Really
good team, yeah.
But I also look at it, though, I think this is basically Clay's time to shine. Because remember...
earn that money.
Earn that money, right? And not just that, but to prove to them that, maybe you should keep looking at me, boys. Like, maybe you do want to keep me on this.
That's the only bad thing, though. If Clay shines too much, then he'll have more bargaining power, I guess, when it comes to negotiating his next contract.
Okay, you're looking at it from the team standpoint. I'm looking at it for Clay. I'm looking at this for Clay. Yeah. You got to get your money, so show that you can ball now.
But then again, does Clay really want the money or does he want the rings?
So you're saying...
I think he wants to show that... Because how many times has he quietly had his 60-point game?
Who?
You know what I mean? Clay.
Clay, yeah.
He's had these quiet, amazing games,
But-
and no one even talks about it because, oh, look,
It's just
Steph
the Warriors.
Curry.
Just the
Yeah,
Warriors.
it's just the
Just the
Warriors.
Warriors.
Forget it. This guy is a
Yeah.
baller, and he gets to show it now.
If Golden State says we don't have the money, you have to.
Bye-bye, I just showed that I'm a baller. Someone's going to pick him up because they realize he can run that
but
team.
that's you. But I'm saying Clay. Do you think Clay would say bye, or would he say, you know what, I'll take a pay cut?
Oh, no. In my opinion, obviously, this is speculation. I'm just saying he's saying bye to Golden State. He's done.
Who,
He's
Clay?
saying bye. Yeah.
After the season?
I think
Or
when
he
it's
is free
time,
agent?
when it's time, and he's going to be a free agent, he's
That's
saying
a
bye
little
bye.
bit crazy. I
No,
think.
it's not.
No, I don't
He
know.
wins
That's
his
crazy.
championships. He's going to pull a Kyrie, and I don't blame him. He wants
can
to
maybe
show
see it-
I can run a team. I can be the guy, and I want to show it.
So you're saying Clay's having like this is his Oladipo year, like time to prove yourself, your worth, and at the same time,
Kind of.
there's a guy in the West as Devin Booker. Like I think Devin Booker's a better shooter than Thompson, hands down. So I think
feel
maybe
like-
Thompson sees that.
I
and is
feel
like,
like-
I got to get out there and like be the guy,
Yeah.
right?
How
Do you
do-
think that?
How did Devin Booker look yesterday?
Well, it doesn't matter
Before
about
his,
yesterday.
it kind of does actually, because the
sophomore
Raps
year.
of
I feel
all
like-
teams, the Raps held him in check.
I feel like other than KD, Clay is by far the most complete player on that team.
Exactly.
But I don't think
Yeah,
he would be
KD
able
is.
to put a whole team on his
No,
back.
he didn't, and he even said it.
Clay would not be able to
He
put
even said it.
whole
I'm
team on
not a
his-
leader. Do you guys
No,
not
no,
remember
I'm
that?
talking about Clay.
Oh, Clay. Yes.
KD is more complete than Clay.
and he's a specialist.
But Clay would not be able to put a whole team on his back, though. As complete as he is,
Maybe he wants to prove that.
But you know what's funny?
Maybe that's what he wants to prove.
How many people, maybe even if you look back at our previous shows, us included, said Kyrie can't run a team. He can't be the guy on a
it's
team.
true.
What's he doing now? He's
Okay.
being the guy on a team.
So Clay would have to
That's a
land.
bit different, though.
Clay would have
No,
to land on
not
a
at all.
team that has an amazing coach, though. Then, because that coach in Boston is what's making Kyrie.
Well, not just that,
So he made-
but not just that, but Kyrie's also the primary ball handler. Where Clay's not bringing the ball up. Clay's coming off screens and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but
So as a primary,
So he needs
primary
a
ball
People
defense.
handler-
have to be given
Yeah.
a shot to do things
Yeah.
to expand their game.
No, I
they have
totally
to be
get
given
it.
that shot.
But another
and
reason
I just
why
think
I
this
think
is his shot.
Another reason why I think he won't leave the Warriors is because he's their primary defender when it comes to guarding the 1 or 2 spot, even the 3, right? Then the second one is Draymond.
But you have to start
covering
looking at it from a
bigger
career
guys.
standpoint. At what point do you start realizing, hey, look, guys.
But how many years
we've
does he
done,
even have left?
We've done everything we can, though. Like I'm looking at it from his personal standpoint.
Keep
He's
the
probably
ball
gonna-
rolling.
What's the point?
Okay. What do
We've
you
won
mean, what's the
championships.
point?
We've won
Legacy.
championships. We've won enough.
Catch up in the Warrior category.
Why? So I can
all
be
time.
Jordan, where they say,
Why
well,
not?
Jordan's the
Why
greatest.
not? Why not?
Yeah, but he
Why
had
not?
Pippen.
Okay.
Does Clay want to be one of those people
Well, we
that
don't-
has said,
we don't
"Oh
know.
yeah, Clay, you're great,"
Maybe.
but you had Steph,
Maybe.
you had Durant, you had all these people. Does he want to be that guy?
Maybe.
No.
Have you seen his Instagram? They're winning and they're getting money and women and good times, man.
If Clay's staying in Golden
Attention.
State, it'll be even worse than what we're saying about Jordan or LeBron, because all people will just say you weren't even the best player on your team.
Right? Does he want that?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, what do you think? Do you think he wants to
I don't
leave?
think Clay cares that much, though.
I don't think exactly. That's exactly how I feel.
Clay just wants his respect
Yeah.
as a scorer, as a defender, but he's not looking as being like
He's like-
the greatest of all time. He wants to be the greatest shooter.
No,
of
I
all
know he
time.
doesn't want to be the greatest, but
Yeah.
at some point, it does eat at a person.
He wants to be like the Horace Grant, like that guy.
But maybe you don't.
Okay,
Maybe he
Tony
doesn't.
Kukoc.
We'll
Maybe he
find
wants to be
out.
Tony Kukoc.
We'll find out.
That's a discussion for another
Yeah.
time. So let us know, is Golden State still the best team in the league without Curry? Do you think it's a blessing in disguise? And if you want, you
Durant,
can also
step
comment. You can also comment about the Clay situation.
Does Clay want his money? I think so.
yeah, but not to lead a team, but to get the money.